You asked for it, and I'm delivering more educational reactions to one of your faves. Family Guy number 5 is coming at you hot. But before we get into it, if you're new to my channel, welcome. My name is Dr. Jordan Wagner. I'm an ER doctor. If you enjoy the educational reaction videos and other stuff that you see here on this channel, smash that subscribe button and turn your bell notifications on. That way you learn when I post a new video. All right, let's dive right in.
Lois, you're getting your tubes tied.
Why should I get my tubes tied? You should get a vasectomy.
First of all, I don't know what that is. And
Yes.
second of all, no freaking way.
Tubes tied, so what they're meaning is the fallopian tubes do a tubal ligation, blocking off the tube, then there's a chance that you won't get pregnant. So it's like 99.9%, but it's a big procedure versus a vasectomy is basically you're doing a very similar procedure where you're cutting off the tubing from where the sperm leaves to get mixed in with the semen. So that way now you don't have any swimmers in there, but you still have ejaculate. It's an easy procedure. It's outpatient. It's a lot more, I would say, gentle per se.
It's actually a lot quicker and safer. Let these guys explain.
Thank you, Brian.
Vasectomy's a medical procedure, one that makes you
This is awkward.
man. You're half a man.
Doesn't make you half a man. Still make sperm, but they don't get ejaculated out. So you can still have climax, still have an orgasm, all that stuff.
Just come out whenever you're done.
Oh, God, oh, God, oh, God, oh, God, oh, God, oh, God.
Oh, that's disgusting.
Oh, God, I think I feel them moving.
All those samples are now contaminated. Not sure if Peter has already had a vasectomy or he's getting checked. If you have a vasectomy, you then need to provide a semen sample. It could take a little bit, a month, 2 months, 3 months. There could still be a little residual sperm coming through.
Hi, my partner and I want to have a baby. We'd like a vial of sperm and an applicator that looks like Jodie Foster's knuckles.
Certainly. Let me just go to the freezer. Mr.
That's
Griffin,
horrible.
You were in there an awfully long time. Are you all right?
Yep, fine. And just so you know, everything in there is exactly the way it was when I went in. There is absolutely zero chance that I spilled all the jars and had to refill them with my own sperm.
What? That is disgusting. Oh my gosh. You know, our bodies actually aren't made to be able to produce that much. And there's actually an absolute refractory period in men to where you actually cannot ejaculate again in such a short period of time.
Okay, Mrs. Griffin, tell me what you see.
I see a cow in a lab coat, some vultures in a cowboy hat, and a dog trying to trick a cat into a clothes dryer.
Just as I thought. You're far-sighted.
Ba-boom. Doing your visual acuity test. You can do a shape, letters, but typically it's not images and it's a certain distance away. And we know how good this doctor is.
I would say you either need to get glasses or maybe LASIK.
Is that the surgery people get and then tell everybody they got it?
Yes, it's the veganism of elective surgery.
Yeah. That is so true. You'll definitely know if somebody's ever had LASIKs before because they'll tell you. But they're super excited about it. They have better sight. So why wouldn't they want to share it? There's LASIK, there's PRK, there's other type of different surgeries, but it's all related to the cornea itself, actually changing potential thickness of your cornea, which then has to do with how well you're seeing.
If you're unsure of what to do, here's a video of Radiohead frontman and super weirdo Tom York to help you decide.
Not many people know that I'm blind in one eye. Can you guess which one?
Fine, I'll get the LASIK.
Great, make an appointment with my nurse. Now here's a lollipop from the Sackler family that says, Sorry.
I think this doctor's a general doctor, family medicine doctor. This doctor does not perform eye surgery unless it's an ophthalmologist. And then the whole Sackler reference, so I'm not sure if everybody understands, but Sackler family owns Purdue Pharma. Purdue Pharma has to do with producing opiates and almost being sued by every single state in the United States for having their hand in, producing the opiate epidemic. Per se.
Mrs. Griffin, the surgery was a success. And by that I mean the hospital agreed to take your Discover card.
Plus, we'll get 1% of that back, which is basically like getting nothing.
Oh my gosh. Obviously ripping on the hospital because you have to pay for the services, especially in the United States. But in other countries, sometimes you don't have to do that. And it's just services are available and are free of charge or paid in your taxes that you paid, all that stuff. Bandages are off. And the clarity of vision is...
Oh my God.
She can't see.
I'm blind.
What?
But you can still see, like, the stove and laundry, right?
So listen, disabling vision loss where you're like seeing black is very, very rare in LASIK surgeries.
Hey, what do you got there, Peter?
Rice cakes? Never had one, but somebody told me this is a really good way to start your diet.
Rice cakes are fine, it's a source of carbohydrates, and it is a good way to help get your diet going, to help lose some weight, and to kind of manage how you get your carbohydrates in and your different calories in your body.
Who could think of such a horrible thing?
So dramatic.
Peter, I don't understand why we have to drive all the way to Ohio to ride a stupid roller coaster.
Yeah, besides, they're still not going to let you on. You haven't actually lost any weight.
Oh, I think my live figure would suggest otherwise.
He's wearing a corset. Didn't lose weight, just displaced it in a different area. We actually have these different types of braces as well. They're called TLSO braces, where it's thoracic lumbar sacrum, a piece of plastic to keep you from shifting if you fracture one of the vertebrae in your back. Historically, corsets are made to tighten everything up. Today, instead, people are more using like waist trainers.
A girdle is not a substitute for weight loss, Peter.
Hey, I'm riding that roller coaster, and that's all there is to it. Now let's get out of here. This thing's squishing my organs around.
First off, it's not squishing your organs. It doesn't squeeze your organs out, especially your heart is protected by your rib cage. So squeezing your belly is not going to squeeze it up. Could your stomach slide up from a hiatal hernia? Yes, that could be possible, and it can go into your chest cavity and displace your lung to the side. Not necessarily going to come out your mouth.
Yeah, come on, Quagmire. Get the hair transplant. Come back to us.
You're right. This isn't me. Baldness is for women's crotches, not men's heads.
There you go. That's pretty close.
Hair transplants are a thing. You can take good hair and you put it back on the head, but I have seen a lot of people fail where they have like this huge big strip of hair missing in their back and they're bald on top. Now you can also take medications to try to keep your hair before you lose it.
Glenn Quagmire? Why does that name sound familiar? Oh, yeah, I treated you for butt flu.
Hey, you want to keep it down?
I don't really know what butt flu is. It's not a diagnosis that I've used, and it's not an ICD-10 code. Maybe it's like diarrhea or something like that. But flu in general, body aches, it's a viral illness, cough, runny nose, those sorts of things. So of the butt, is that what they're trying to reference? It's not a thing.
How's it going, Dr. Kamada? Bob. Matei. Jim. Marion.
Yeah, that's not good.
Jeez, Joe.
Yeah, I come here a lot.
As everybody has told me, Joe didn't get paralyzed from a spinal injury. His legs got all shot up. So he's probably had multiple surgeries, had to go to the hospital a lot. And over time, you actually develop relationships with the people that you are there with and that are helping you recover.
I now declare this hair transplant officially over.
What?
Hey!
What is this doctor? I've seen him do LASIK surgery earlier today. Now he's doing hair transplants. No, these are doctors of these different surgeries are specialists, not general practitioners.
Hey, he's back.
You look great, Quagmire.
Oh my God. One of my patients on 2 has been shot.
Oh my God. But now he's got a GSW upstairs, shot through the floor. And then it's a trauma. You know, at the trauma hospitals that I work at, if you're shot in certain areas, hand or below your knee, and it's just soft tissue wound, you're not even in trauma activation. Wound care and follow-up.
I call it Peter Griffin's bunker busting mega ultra super.
Oh! This is literally my life. People who come in with no fingers, their hand is gone, exploded off, arms gone. We gotta think, we gotta be safe. Please don't do this. If this does happen, grab whatever tissue you can find. If you see fingers laying around, limbs laying around, grab them, go to the hospital, get there as quick as you can.
What happened? Oh my God!
You know, no huge hurry, but I'm sort of out of juice over here.
There's
one of Dad's fingers.
We have to hurry.
Grab the fingers.
Biology, if you get them back soon enough, they can be reattached.
Yes and no. So the issue with fingers is you need to reattach the blood supply and the nerve supply. You can sew the tissue back together, but you have to have a good blood supply to make sure it has nutrients, that it just doesn't die off. So that's one major issue, and there's such small blood vessels. And then it's a horribly dirty wound. Bring everything in. If you have a bleeding injury, laceration, amputation, pressure dressing to the area, and if that doesn't control it, at that point you may need to use a tourniquet if it's life-threatening bleeding.
Hey, there's one of them.
Peter, look out!
Oh! Peter's having a bad day. What do you do with the amputated piece? What you should do, don't put it directly on ice. You actually want to either put that in a plastic bag or like a wet gauze or a wet tissue around it. Put that in like a water ice bag itself. And that way it stays cold. It slows down the processes of the tissue to give it its best chance to get reattached later. Family Guy, one of my favorites. I love Family Guy. I didn't realize how many medical scenes are in these shows, and they're so wrong. So please be careful with fireworks. Watch what you're eating. Be responsible. If you guys like this video, please check out this video over here. You're gonna love it. And as always, thank you so much for watching and stay healthy, my friends.